think we're in the process of going live. I don't think we're actually live yet.
Okay. I'll let you know if it pops up.
Maybe we should be. YouTube says we're live. I don't know.
It hasn't popped up
we are live.
Discord yet.
Yeah, it won't. It will take a minute to get on Discord, but
Gotcha.
I think, hopefully, we are public. There's no one in the thing yet, so alright, I can use this as a brief opportunity to tidy things up. So, right, where are you? That's you. Yeah, I'm really excited for this, dude. Like, I'm hoping it's gonna work.
I haven't, like, I was trying to read it during my brother's graduation. I was just like, fuck. I need to get a battle scribe.
Oh no. Alright, I'm hitting the Discord. I'm not gonna read anything. I'm just gonna post the link.
Yep.
Okay,
let me just click onto that in the Discord.
Okay.
Wait, hang on a second.
Does say we've got viewers. If anyone's watching, if you could just let us know in the chat, because we just had a
the great awful change.
Yeah, like, I just had to
it's good.
fix OBS. But it does say we got viewers, but I'm not getting live updates. Hey, Luke's there. All right, cool. Can you hear us both? Okay, Luke.
I think it looked fine on my phone anyway.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh my god. So for when this plays back, I have not seen the Dataslate yet. I woke up about an hour and a half ago, and I looked at my phone, and I've got like 30 Discord notifications, Facebook notifications, and like I see Dara, and I'm like, okay, something's going on. It's today, isn't it? So I messaged you basically as soon as I woke up, and you told me the Dataslate has finally dropped. And I have not seen it. I decided to come in blind. But Dara, tell me, should I be excited or should I prepare myself on the road to disappointment?
I would say it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling really fucking good. I'm hyped. Yeah. I think it's gonna be. It just messes the meta up in so many different ways. It changes so many things that I can't even fathom like what the next while is gonna look like. You know, it's gonna be a good time.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I mean, we're gonna dive right in. Just to see, we got the chat's starting to blow up now. Hetty's in there. Hey, Maxine's here. John Haynes. Yeah, we haven't actually started, but we're about to. So again, I haven't seen it yet. How does Jamie feel about the Berserker data sheet being deleted? Jack, don't do that.
It was a controversial choice, but yeah, no. I think it's gonna be really exciting. Obviously, okay. Jamie, you're gonna basically read it live. I'm gonna hit you with my thoughts. Everyone in the chat, get hyped. You know, tell us what you think as well. Yeah. Give us your own feedback. We're gonna go through this as much as we can, and we'll just see what happens.
We do one minor caveat before I press the reveal button. I have to leave strictly in about 45 minutes because I unfortunately have to go to work. We don't get 40k days off work, which is bullshit, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm going to press the button. So I have the data. I did download the Dataslate. Well, I actually asked my wife to come in and download the Dataslate for me. And I believe I've got it set up, but I haven't read any of the text on it. So here we go. The power of live streaming. The Dataslate is now on the screen. Alright, let me actually bring up my copy. Okay, I can see it. Right, I'm reading.
Are you reading Armor of Contempt first?
Armor of Contempt, Universal Match Play. Each time an attack is allocated to an Adeptus Astartes, Sanctic Astartes, Heretic Astartes, or Adeptus Sororitas model, worsen the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. This rule does not apply to any of the following. Storm Shield, Relic Shield, Combat Shield, don't care. Models with Sacrosanct or Force Shield, so Sisters and Grey Knights, don't care. Models that are under the effects of any other rule that worsens or reduces the AP, which we don't get. So, we're ignoring Wait a minute. Each time an attack is allocated to a Heretic Astartes, not infantry.
Nuh-uh.
Heretic Astartes. Model.
The entire army. The entire army.
The entire army. Worse than the armor penetration characteristic of the attack by 1. So basically, storm shields on everything. Right? Terminator's getting a 0 up save and cover. Drill's getting a 6 up save against Melter. Berserkers with a 2 up save.
Who dies first?
Rin's Gravity offered $50 in skulls.
What the hell? Rin? What? Oh my god. What sort of... oh my god. First of all, thank you. That's amazing. And ridiculous. But, yeah, you're the first person to get the new Dawn of War quote, super chats and subscriber thing. So thank you very much, Rin. That's awesome. You need to leave a chat so we can read it. So you get something for that for that ridiculous donation. Thank you.
So Jamie, your whole army reduces every single shot coming in at like 1 AP.
Oh my god. So
you don't need a Dark Apostle in your list anymore.
Yeah.
Leviathan Dreadnoughts are disgusting. Now, Leviathan Dreadnoughts are filthy. Filthy good. You need AP 4 to take them to their invulnerable save.
Oh my god. Worse, and it's the attack. It's not ranged attack.
Not ranged.
So,
Red Butchers are going to be disgusting. I can't wait. Okay, we've obviously everyone in Discord we've been chatting about like all the possible combinations where this is insane. Think about the concept of a big blob of Red Butcher Terminators that you've put -1 to hit on with a Dark Apostle, moving up that board through cover, reducing AP by 1 at the price they're at. It is horrendously good.
Oh my god. Like, okay, so this is for every Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine, Sanctic, that's Grey Knights, I believe, right?
Yeah,
and
Sanctic
Sisters.
Yeah.
So not Death Guard or Thousand Suns.
They have Heretic Astartes.
Yeah. Oh, they do have
They do. Yeah, it's...
So Death...
It's crazy.
Oh my...
And Jamie, this stacks with all his dust.
This stacks with all his dust. So rubrics, scarabs...
Yeah. Dude, Power Armor's back in such a huge way.
This is bigger than Bolter Discipline.
This is way bigger than Bolter Discipline. This is huge.
Oh my god.
Who dies first?
Jonathan Haynes offered $4.01 in skulls. Yay.
Thank you, Jonathan, for this. Oh wow. Oh my god. Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Man. Like, even think about your basic Rhino, your basic Predator. It has value now. A Land Raider may actually, I don't want to say it, a Land Raider might be a thing.
Land Raider.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, man, this is crazy. Dreadnoughts of all varieties in all forms of Space Marines.
Terminators,
just like, wow.
Leviathans, Land Raiders, Warpsmith. These are our things with a 2-up save, right? For World Eaters.
The Lord Discordant,
Lord Discordant, yeah. Okay.
A Red Butcher Terminator Lord.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Together with Royal Purple and a couple of others, I built an almost unkillable Red Butcher Terminator Lord in chat, which I'll hit you with at another point in time.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's crazy. And this is only the first thing, Jamie. This is only the first thing.
There's more?
Well, we don't necessarily get any more, but it's like, you think about this with the nerfs that are coming in. There's kind of more for everyone, actually, to be honest.
Shall I go on?
Let's keep going.
Aircraft. Okay,
that's the same as before.
I need to drink some tea. Take the edge off. Okay, when mustering your army for a match play game, it cannot include more than one aircraft.
It's the same one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there's quite a few doubled up rules here. Okay.
Yeah.
Indirect fire. Here we go. Let's go. An indirect fire weapon is one that can target units that are not visible to the bearer, blah, blah, blah. If such a weapon targets a unit that's not visible, so no models in a target unit are visible to the firing unit.
Who dies first?
Makes sense.
Josh Taylor offered $13.17 in skulls. Enjoying the stream. Think I went to school with Jamie, so a bit weird to see you on YouTube. Loving the chat.
Really? Well, first of all, thank you very much. Don't want to give away details, but that's awesome. All right, let me know what age range we may have went to school together. I won't say our schools on chat, but thank you very much, man. That's super appreciated. Wow. Okay. This is crazy. Okay, so indirect. Then each time an attack is made with that weapon against the target, this phase worse than the ballistic skill by 1 to any, and add 1 to any, armor saving throws. So Tau just I mean, it's still going to be good, but they got to change their build because basically we get cover now, and we're getting a plus. So we're still getting a
Jamie,
2-up save.
Jamie,
okay,
let me just tell you the scenario. You're very familiar with fighting against Tau, right? They use a lot of SMS and airburst fragmentation launchers. Yeah. They're what? Strength 5, AP 1, damage 1, I believe, right? And they fire out of line of sight.
Yeah.
Now, they are hitting you on 5s, and you have a 2+ armor save against them. Whereas before, they were hitting you on 4s, and you had a 4+ armor
and
save.
Potentially 3s, depending on if they threw their buffs on there.
And that's before, Jamie, you worsen the ballistic skill.
Yeah.
So this stacks with dense.
Oh.
It's so crazy. This change is huge. This change is massive.
Yes.
Like
They've got to come out and play.
Our game into Tau, this is before you've even read Tau nerfs. Our game into Tau has fundamentally changed.
Oh my god.
Everything is different.
Oh my god.
Everything is different.
We've got a game.
Nothing will ever be the same. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Game.
Yeah. Now, what I really like about this change is that the Astra Militarum are untouched by it. There's a caveat at the end of that rule, I believe, that says, So that's cool. That's cool.
Good. Yes,
yeah, that's good.
They did not need to get hurt.
We haven't gotten to the Astra Militarum buff yet, which is another kettle of fish. I think they're going to be a serious contender now, but we'll get there. However, this is a fantastic change to the game. I'm very happy with this form that Indirect has taken. It's not exactly how I wanted it to do. I would have preferred the introduction of spotters. I still think there's room for it, though. I think if you have designated spotter units in your army, that will take away the sort of detrimental effect of indirect fire. So if you imagine, like, I know Astra Militarum were unaffected, but if they were, we'll say the Master of Ordnance, if he can see someone, then they don't suffer that -1 to hit. I would like rules like that to start coming in. And now, there is that sandbox there that they can do.
Something,
It's a good change. It's a good change. I'm really happy about it.
Alright, I'm just going to cheat. Alright, so we've got Bodyguard. Then it looks like faction specific. So I'm going to read the Bodyguard. We'll chat about it. Then I want to jump to the chat and kind of, because we've got quite a lot of stuff going on in the chat, and I want to see what's going on here. But yeah, okay. So Bodyguard. Change the end of all Bodyguard abilities from enemy model units cannot target that character with ranged, right? 2, that character unit can use the Lookout Sir rule even if this unit contains fewer than 3 models. Oh, that's
huge.
Pretty bloody good, because
you can't do your weird hiding behind cover, can't target me.
So it's Lookout Sir, but you could use 1 Disciple to grant it. Like, if Disciples had Lookout Sir, or 2 of them, in fact. Or, So
it means you can't do this weird interaction anymore, where you have your bodyguards in a brick,
behind
and you have your guy outside.
Wall,
Again, the Custodes matchup fundamentally flips it. As you know, they love to mess around with their wardens and stuff, with the bait and switch. All that kind of carry on. You can't do that jank anymore, which is amazing. Crisis teams with the bodyguards, I can't remember exactly what they're called.
Yeah,
exactly, right? No more of that. It's gone.
It's gone. Contemptors.
This stupid interaction that should never have been part of the game.
Should never have been like it was,
It's eradicated now. Sniper rifles, I know we don't have them, but sniper rifles are going to be so hot
back
now.
on the table, Alpha Legion get a tasty little sniper rifle. Okay, if a unit's bodyguard ability only affects a specific type, so I'm guessing the rest of this is just like caveats to like Tyranids
pretty much,
and Necrons. Okay, right. Okay, so number 1, World Eaters, for all we care about. Chaos Space Marines just got basically +1 to their save, kind of. We're reducing the AP, but AP 0 becomes AP +1. So firing las guns and regular bolters at us is just making our armor tougher. Okay, I'll take it. Whatever.
I don't think it makes us like a 2+ armor save.
Oh, so if AP 0 shoots into our 3-up, we remain.
It's still a
3-up.
It's still a 3-up. There is an FAQ in the core rules that states you can never when an ability worsens an armor penetrating effect, 0 is the lowest point. Yeah, okay. So we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, which that would be a bit silly, I think, if that happened. You know, my armor doesn't get better because I'm getting shot.
Okay, all right. So I'm still super excited. So we just got a hell of a lot tougher across the army. Mm-hmm. We got a lot more protected against indirect fire because we're also adding to our armor save there as well. Because that adds to our armor save, and the armor of contempt reduces AP, so it's 2 separate interactions. Astra Militarum left alone, good, and Bodyguard is now just a slightly improved lookout, sir. Excellent.
How it always should have been.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you even think about like the importance now of abilities like Wild Fury for us for getting that extra pip of AP, it's huge. Things like Warp Talons very, very, very important. Lightning Claw, Red Butchers, super important as well. A lot of units. So, like, obviously, as a blanket statement, this is fantastic for our own survivability. Yeah. But it feels like there's a lot of our units that are well-tooled to kind of get around this new problem when we're fighting into Marines. It's not perfect. Yeah. Like, we will still have some difficulty with them now, obviously. But we have the toolbox. Like, Chain Axe is going to AP2 with Wild Fury. It's good, you know, you're pushing those 4-up saves, all this kind of stuff. I'm really excited to see what Blood Angel players do with Sanguinary Guard now, because I think they're going to be filthy strong in close combat. They're going to be very, very difficult to actually move, which is cool. You know, happy to see the Blood Angels doing well. But yeah, so like, it's really, it makes a lot of units that were basically, you would never consider them. It kind of makes you think about them. Yeah. And it makes the units, like, Jamie, I'm looking at my own competitive list, and I'm just thinking, I don't need to change anything, and this list is so much better right now. You know?
I can't wait to start. 2
Leviathans is gonna be like, yeah, man, deal with it. Just deal with it.
All right, let me hit up the chat here. Get past the intro. How does Jamie? Oh, that was Jack. Cultist 2 wounds. Yeah, whatever, mate. Come on, Jack.
Cultists benefit from Armor of Contempt, dude.
Oh my
so God. So do Spawn.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's kind of funny. It's a good meme. It's a good meme.
Maxine loves the new Dataslate. Well, I mean, if Maxine loves it, I mean, I know the rest has got to be good, because
I have never, in all my time playing 40k, which is admittedly not even that long, I have not seen a balance this beautiful where I'm just like, oh, everything I see here is just like, give me more of it. Just give me more. This is exactly what I want. The icing on the cake, if they gave us 2 wounds, man, that would have been too much.
Yeah. So just scrolling through the chat, glad to catch the stream and see what the boys think. 2-up save on the Berserkers, generally, so I put a Nightbot in the chat because I'm trying to make the thing a bit more professional here, and apparently it looks like it's yelling at people, so apologies for that. It's nothing personal. This is my first time having a bot moderator, so I'll get it tweaked so it looks like it's deleting Tibbles and Royal Purple's messages, which, whatever. Tibbles, just make some more memes for us, and I'll put you on the exclusion list, you know. So, Land Raider got censored. Oh my God, my connection. Didn't have anything to say. Oh, okay, Rin. Alright. Well, still, again, massive appreciation for that, Rin. That's huge. Seeing my mind melt. Yeah, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Yep, Thousand Suns are super tanky.
I can't wait to see people crack out their Scarab Occults, their Death Shroud, their Blight Lords. Like, in one hand, it's like, you know, GW giveth, GW take it away, because they basically took the Plague Warriors Crawlers away from Deck Guard. But even like your basic Plague Marines now are going to be real interesting. I just think it's a lovely little change that is it's gonna make a lot of interesting choices in our list now. Even Hellbrutes, for example, they're not terrible anymore. There's a lot of the battle tanks for me, man. I can't wait to put a Predator on the table and be like, let's go, you know. Let's go, Vindicators.
Right,
yeah.
And
now, I do think I was speaking with Dan a little bit earlier, and he was saying it does hurt his Whirlwind Scorpius, which I'm like, yep, fair enough.
Yes.
Might want to not,
true.
like, it was already a very expensive unit. I think now it's probably definitely not worth taking.
Yeah, that's...
But the net positive is there, you know. It's just a really fantastic time. Like, I feel like anything that has a 2+ armor save is really benefiting from this.
Massively. Because you're not spending, like, unless it's all you've got, you're not throwing your bolt guns and your 0 AP stuff into the 2-up saves. You're dedicating your melters, your las cannons and stuff like that. So a Leviathan now has a 4-up save against a las cannon, right?
Right, yeah,
and a Terminator 2 in cover will be on a 1-up. A Terminator's going to have a 3-up save against a las cannon.
Yep.
Am I doing numbers correctly here?
If he's in cover, yeah.
And it's a -3 weapon.
It's crazy, man. It's so my idea, right? I keep the Dark Apostle in my list.
Yeah.
And I put that -1 on that Terminator bomb.
Yep.
And I'm like, yo, deal with that.
Yes.
Deal with that while you're trying to deal with 2 Leviathans, one of which can CP smoke.
Yeah.
It's outrageous. The actual, even think about a termite drill. It's actually so good on termite drills. Even rhinos.
That's
like
Monk, guy I played against last time I went back to UK. Really super cool dude. Just said that, and that was the next comment I was getting to. Blows the dust off the rhinos. Yeah.
Absolutely. I will run a rhino now and not feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot a little bit here, because if it's taking you a las cannon to push my rhino to a 5-up, I'm like, yo, that's kind of okay.
Yeah.
A Darklance is pushing this to a 5-up, you know? I'm like, all right, fine, come at it, you know? I don't really mind that much anymore.
Yeah, there's so
really, really
little
cool
in the game. I mean, I know there are a few things which have -5 and -6, like weird Tyrannid weapons and stuff, but they're so rare, and no one ever uses them or no one remembers them. So yeah, like -4 is pretty standard with your melter type profiles, right? But it hurt your 3-up saves that didn't have an invuln, which is why we would run the Illusory Supplication Apostle. Now we don't. Yeah, a 6-up. I'll take a 6-up against melter on my rhino.
No problem.
That's great,
no problem.
Because I am going to save a few of them every now and again. Whereas before I had no dice to roll. Now I can roll a dice. Now it's going to happen. Once in a while, you are not going to finish my rhino off with your last heavy weapon of the turn, and my berserkers are going to be able to get out or whatever. Okay. Let me just.
I feel like as a concept where it's like, I think not so much recently, but the way people would often say like AP2 is like the golden margin, because that's kind of when you start to pip an invuln, or when you kind of push a regular guy into like no armor save territory. If you think about it now, there's no like golden AP. You have to seriously consider your AP thresholds and think like, okay, it will be good against these Dark Eldar guys, but if I play into Marines, it's a whole different ballgame. Yeah. So you have to actually think about the AP you're employing in your list. You have to vary things up. You have to really consider who your target is in mind. I think things like the Gravflux Bombard are going to be fantastic against Marines. Things like Volkite are still going to be really good because they never had any AP anyway. It's such a fantastic shakeup to force people to have to rethink how they evaluate AP as a system.
Yeah. Alright, let me just scan through a couple more here. Jack mentions Warp Talons are going to need -3. Luckily, we do have access to that. It is a resource, but we can do that. It's always something we've got it in our pocket. And so it does bring, hopefully we see more of a power armored meta. I want more power armor. I don't want it to be a Space Marine meta again, but I want to see something more than Clowns and Tau. That's just what I want.
I think it will make those Warp Talons possibly sticky enough to maybe hold out.
Yeah.
Which I think is really fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how it buffs the Warp Talons.
Jason says, little disappointed that chain axes get hurt. That is true, but again, we do have access to -2, and you're not always fighting power armor. I mean, we may fight more of them now, but
it is tough.
Right?
Yeah, I will say that it is tough. I think it's definitely going to be a little bit riskier pushing a 5-man Zerg squad into like a squad of Marines now. But if you think about it, they more than likely will be in the same situation trying to give back to those berserkers. You know, if you're fighting into an intercessor squad, you now have a better chance of living if some of them live back. So it's a fascinating dynamic. I actually should hopefully be playing against some Blood Angels pretty soon, so we're going to try that out, see how things go. I think it's going to be like it's going to be really interesting.
All right. Josh, 6th form. Okay, so I'm going to say Loughton area. Just let me know if just to make sure. But yeah, no more broken protect. Yep. Death marks. That's a Necron thing, I think. Right. I don't know what it is. Alpha Legion. Yeah, Monkey says Alpha Legion whoop. Yeah, Alpha Legion get interesting. And any Marine power armor or any Marine loyal or heretic that already has some good defensive abilities just got really tasty. I'm
so interested to see what Thousand Sun and Deckard players make of this. I think they can really craft some fascinating and survivable lists, which are going to feel awesome. I think going to be very challenging to play against too. But,
MSG GW hit it out the park with a data slate. As a Death Guard player, I'm really looking forward to using Plague Marines. So Josh, I can see them changing it to infantry only in the codex. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I could see this being like a temporary. Here's how you're not getting tabled immediately, but as each codex comes out, because obviously we're going to go to 2 wounds and presumably other kind of defensive stuff. We'll see.
Yeah. If you think about it, though, they made this change for many codexes that are already out.
That is, but there are all the Marines. Thousand Suns are the newest.
Suns, Grey Knights.
Thousand Suns and Grey Knights are the newest ones that are power armor, but they are, a little bit older now.
I would also say that in those books, that doesn't feel like a broken ability, or something that's too strong. Like at the end of the day, like things like a Rhino didn't fundamentally change very much. With the advent of those new books, apart from maybe Thousand Suns that gave it an invulnerable save, but at the end of the day, I don't think they'll take this change away. Okay, you've just read something, evidently.
Maxine talking about her Dark Angels.
Oh, it's disgusting on Dark Angels. It's
awful.
so. Dark Angels are. I'm deliberately not thinking about them because they are going to be awful to play against.
My god, yeah, like I love playing into Dark Angels just because it does feel like a perfect match. It did feel like a perfect matchup. Like it just felt like what it should feel like. Berserkers just smashing and Dark Angels like whatever, mate. Like, but now, okay, no, banned, get out.
Berserkers are literally just gonna bounce off Deathwing now, which is so rough. It's so rough. But hey, my Graflux Bombard will still eat them for days, so I really don't mind.
Termy's looking good. Lord of Skulls back out the box. Yeah, I mean it's needed, especially with some of these other changes. Maybe Lord of Skulls is back on the thing. I'm going to have to do a lot of thinking about this. Royal Purple asks if he's still here. I don't know. I don't feel I'm massively qualified to discuss Existential Crisis on a live stream. But if you want to talk, mate, you can DM me.
He's faded away. Yeah, I mean, like, even things like I know it's crazy, but like a Brass Scorpion, I'm kind of like, ooh, you know what? Combo that with a -1 to hit from an Apostle.
Yes.
Man, whoever that guy is on Reddit that took the Scorpion, like, throughout all the ITC last year, I hope he brings it back for this.
Yeah.
If you're out there, do it for me.
Alright, just about caught up. Jack's got 24 talons in his list. Yeah, I'm running 20 and I've got 5 more basically painted I can throw in if I need to. Creations of Bile Warp Talons. -1.
Creations of Bile are going to be crazy good out of this. Crazy good. You can already make some crazy, disgustingly tough Creations of Bile things. It's just, the floodgates have opened and we don't even have a codex. This is a crazy time.
This is
crazy
oh my
time.
God. I might just call in sick to work tonight. Quite frankly, I don't know.
I don't know how you're gonna think about working when you have to
don't
type.
anyway. I mean,
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
So
Let's
yeah,
keep going.
all right. So yeah, we're on to the faction stuff. So sisters, change the first bullet. Is there anything I need to focus on here because got about 20 minutes left?
Yeah, cool. So I think hot take for sisters, they got like some more miracle dice basically, which
Great,
I'm like fine.
awesome.
Okay,
Good for
cool.
them.
Good for them.
Yep, they needed a little something. All right, tell me the guard because I do love the guard.
Read the guard.
Okay. Add the following ability to detachments. If every regiment unit in your army is drawn from the same regiment, then each time a regiment model from your army makes a ranged attack, an unmodified hit roll of 6 automatically wounds the target. Okay. Listed advisors. Okay, so they basically get micro soup, but they don't benefit. Astra Militarum 2 up, we already knew that. Tank orders and voice of command, I believe, is the same.
Yeah, so that's like the spillover order thing, I believe.
Okay, and point costs. I can't remember how much a guard squad costs.
So, this is the interesting part.
Okay.
Guard squads have gone up 5 points, but all their war gear is free.
All their war gear?
Yeah.
Heavy weapon squad?
So I believe it's like war gear for the infantry squad.
Oh,
so
okay,
you can take a las cannon within
Yeah.
that squad.
Yeah, you can put
And a melta gun. And a sergeant with a power fist if you want. And it's all free. And they all automatically wound on 6s.
Do it!
I'm not a fan of this change as a thing because it feels like too blankety where it's like, okay, like everything if you just hit on 6s, you just wound them. Like, I don't really like the idea of like las
like
guns.
the mechanic, but I like it for guard. I'm sorry.
I understand that they need the help, and I'm like, all right, cool. This will tie them over until they're booked.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Now, interestingly, the knight stuff has been taken out of the balance status slate.
So they therefore have lost objective secured from
for
today
now. But
until
in the
their book drops.
Warcom article, they said those books are coming out very soon, and they're being rolled into the actual codex.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
But it implies that the knight codexes are probably closer than we might have anticipated.
Yep. Okay. Well, good for guard. I'm glad. I hope it makes them playable. I've got a couple guard players in my local meta, and I want to see them. Yeah, I think maybe the mechanic as a whole is bad, but if anyone needs it, it's the guard. They're worse.
It's a suitable band-aid, I think, for until they get their book.
Okay.
It's
Do
fine.
I read custodies?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna love this.
Okay.
Chat, get ready for this man to have a heart attack live on stream.
Change the third bullet point of the detachment abilities of custards. Detachment to read: troop units in custards gain obsec. Presumably, I mean, I don't own the codex. It was basically because everyone had obsec.
It was their whole army. Now it's just troops.
Add the following to the esteemed amalgam: Emperor's Auspice and Martial Discretion. You can only use this stratagem once. Emperor's Auspice, that's the no rerolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Change the Adeptus Custodes keyword in all instances on the Arcane Genetic Alchemy, which is transhuman, I believe, and Emperor's Auspice, infantry.
Take that, you stupid, smelly, golden banana man. It's so good.
Perfect.
I'm
not having a heart attack.
I can see the tears in your eyes right now.
Go ahead.
It's so good.
Bring those bikes out. Do it. I don't. Oh my god. I'm not saying I'm auto beating custodies now, but again, that's just solved most of the problems I had when, especially running World Eaters, right? Relying on Khorne for my rerolls. No matter what, I had to split fire. Put one Volkite here, one Volkite there, maybe chip a wound. Then they turn off the reroll, so then my lightning claws are ineffective. Do it once. You can only use this stratagem once. Okay.
Yeah, Custodes is now a fascinating army to play, I think, where you actually have to make some really important decisions in the game. It's not an army that plays itself anymore, which I think is, like, I've been talking to some Custode players today, and they are so excited. They're like, wow, my army has, like, a skill level now.
Yes, they have
like,
to
there's
be
something
tactical.
to do.
Which means I won't be
think
playing
it's so
them on
cool.
TTS anymore. No one's going to.
You
be
also
bringing
consider you combo this with the change to Bodyguard, where they can't do that
the
weird
Trajan invincible
character
Trajan stuff,
like
yeah.
pops out, kills guys, can't be hurt, all this kind of stuff. I think Custodes are a fascinating army now.
Yeah. Okay. Mechanicus. Anything I need to worry about?
I
here?
think that's all the same as it used to be. Yeah. So
Space Marines looks like okay. Looks like the Salamanders. They maybe changed their.
So Salamanders
AP
have been changed in a really interesting way.
Each time an attack is made against a unit, that attack's wound roll cannot be re-rolled. Okay, because they already ignored AP, right? That was
Exactly. So this is what's been subbed.
and something else. Okay.
Salamanders look actually combine this with Armor of Contempt, which they basically already had.
Yeah.
This is a fascinating time to be a
So
Salamanders
you can't
player.
re-roll against Salamanders. That's interesting. That sucks for us in a lot of ways, but we can still vet. So we've got ways around it, and that's fair. I don't know enough about it because I just want to finish this off. Chaos Space Marines.
Same as before.
Okay, all right. I was hoping for unmodified, just hoping for unmodified sixes, man. Just
I'll take the Armor of Contempt over it.
Oh
No
yeah,
problem.
yeah. Death Guard. Here we go. Add this. Blight Lord Terminators and Death Shroud gain obsec. Okay.
That's so crazy good
Yep,
with the buffed Armor of Contempt. Oh my god!
Of course, yes.
Oh my god! These guys are gonna. These guys are gonna mess you up.
Yeah, hear what like Tibbles and Don Hoosen and the other Death Guard players we got. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, because it's nice because your big Death Guard termies they're the things that want to come forward if they're being run, and sit there in the middle, with the Blight Spawn sitting behind them and it just making it impossible for you to do anything. Now that's another nice layer of value. I'll be interested.
Death Guard
to see...
to me are gonna be on the board what they are in my head.
Yes.
Just like implacable.
Yeah, I like it.
Pushing you. I love it.
Drakari, anything I need to worry about here?
Don't think so, no.
Necrons is core. Orcs is limitations. Harlequins, okay. Change the Mirror Architect pivotal role to read command phase 1 Sadith core within 9. Next command. Okay, so it just slightly changed the 6-inch thing, which was was confusing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just clarified it.
I think you can only do it to core now.
Okay,
as well,
that's
right?
fine.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Hopefully that's a slight nerf. I hope it doesn't break them into obscurity. Change the favor of Segarak Warlord trait to read once per turn when you make a melee hit roll, a melee wound roll, or a saving throw for this Warlord, you can treat the result as an unmodified roll of 6. Once per turn. What did that change from?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah. I still am too confused by Harlequins. I just assume my opponent isn't lying to me. It's like, so. Alright, points. Starweaver 1 at 95. Do you know what it was before?
80.
Okay, I'll take that. That's, decent increase. Void Weavers 1 to 3. 130 points a model.
They were 90.
There we go. That's
a 40-point increase. I don't know if I've ever seen such a big increase on a unit. On a model. On a model.
That's a 45% increase or whatever.
It's crazy. Crazy big.
That's good. Yeah, okay. We're going to have to see how this fares. Obviously, that changes lists now a lot. Because that
390 points for 3 is expensive.
Yes. Yeah.
They're
good, but are they that good?
I think you bring either 3 or 6 now, probably not 9.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, well you have to drop a squad to balance out the increase in the other 2 squads of 3. So
and all their shuriken and stuff hurts you less now because you're ignoring the first AP.
Yeah. Alright. And the Tau. This is the last thing. Last thing.
Le Tau.
Okay. Let's all just take a minute here. Take a minute. Okay. Right. I'm reading. Change the second bullet point of the Montcar ability to read. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack that targets the closest eligible enemy unit within the range shown in the table below, re-roll a wound roll of 1. So Montcar was the one at the second half of the game, right? Or is it the
That's
first one?
Kauyan. Monka is the first
Monka
half, yeah.
is the one... Alright, so what the hell was it? Do you have
It used to have increased, get an extra pip of AP as well.
AP, right.
And they took that out.
Okay.
So think about that compounded with Armor of
Yep.
Contempt. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Change
Oh,
the
yeah.
first bullet point of Devastating Counter-Strike for Farsight, target to read, Tenet to read. Each time a model with this Tenet makes a ranged attack that targets a unit within 9, the target is treated as having a Mark-Light token. Okay, I don't even care.
I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but I believe that means I think that used to give them the benefits of Mon's Cat. And
Okay.
now it just gives them a marker light. I'm not 100% sure on that though.
Dara, broadsides don't have core.
Yeah.
I mean, they've still got infantry, which is stupid, but they don't have core. Okay, okay. Okay. Alright, one more. Add the following to the repulsor impact field and photon grenade stratagems. The charge roll modifier incurred by the stratagem is not cumulative with any other negative modifier. Hell yes.
So no more stacking crazy charge debilitation moves, which is good, really good. I've had it done to me and it's annoying.
Yeah,
Super
like with
annoying.
the Pathfinders with their drone that makes you -2 anyway, and then, you know, yeah, okay. Alright, so that's the first one there, the reroll a wound roll instead of the AP. That's huge. That contributes, combined with the non-line of sight stuff and our native defensiveness going up. Okay, we can... okay, man. This
I think we can play it out.
awesome.
I think we can play it out. Yeah,
This
and I
is
think like the
awesome.
fact that like so obviously their output has been nerfed a little bit there. You know, broadsides losing core is big.
Yeah.
I know not everyone's running broadsides, but they are very, very
They're
aggressive.
probably going to pick up. They would have picked up just because SMS and frag airbursts are not as good and probably not going to be spammed as much now. Maybe they will because they're still good, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
Tower's gonna
Crisis
change.
Crisis are still to play, but their output is drastically nerfed now.
And they have to come out now.
They
They
have to
can't
come out.
just
They have to
hide.
threaten themselves.
You have to play the mission in the first couple of turns now. You can't just sit there and hide and then just, you know, get 12, 12, 12. You can't do that. You've got to come and let us get a go. And you're not making us -4, -6 to charge now. You're not hiding. Okay. Yeah. Dude.
What a day.
I've got
what
a
a time.
tournament in a couple of days, but we're not using the data slate.
That's gonna be painful.
It is. Oh, I almost don't want to play. Like, I don't want to play without these rules now.
Think of it as the last hurrah,
Yeah,
like a way to
I'm
practice.
I'm gonna do it.
A way to
but
practice. What you need to do is every time you roll a saving throw, think about what it could be.
Don't. Oh my, dude, this is so. This is intense.
I remember. I think I was reading a chat with Mike, and he was just saying that, just talking about how the state of the meta was and everything, and that like he was hopeful it could turn around very fast.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't disbelieve him, but
It's
I was
hard to
less hopeful it
predict.
could flip as hard as it has done today.
Yeah.
The actual shift, where you have a combination of the weak armies being buffed, not massively, but significantly,
Yeah.
and you have the really oppressive factions being taken down a peg. Now, I don't know if it's enough necessarily. I don't know if it's enough for Harlequins. I think it's enough for Tau. I think Tau are going to be
Yeah.
very interesting now.
And
I think,
custodies
and
as well.
custodies especially are fascinating now. I think
Yeah.
they're in a great place, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Harlequins could still be very powerful, I
Yeah.
believe. We'll have to see. It's going to be hard to say, really hard to say. But yeah, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the playing field is level.
No,
But
I
it's
don't expect it
Potentially
to be.
close.
You
It's
can't-
potentially close.
You can't have a level playing field in a staggered release format like this. It's just never going to happen. And in a way, we don't want it to happen because we want asymmetry. We want a perpetual
You want a
challenge.
problem to solve,
But,
right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want... Let's try and get the camera. I don't want the top army here and the bottom army here. I want the top army here and the bottom army here. So I want there to be... So, did you read Mike's Warphammer, his last article?
Yes, I did actually.
Anyone in the chat, you need to go read... go to warphammer.com. I can't remember if there's a hyphen in the middle, but if you're in the Discord, there'll be links to it and stuff. But check out Warp Hammer. You can just Google it. And his last article was about like dealing with a shitty meta, basically, and having a shitty army. But he did a really cool little breakdown of, you know, it's his opinion, but what affects your odds of winning. You know, so I can't remember the exact, just like 5% luck, 40% player skill, and 55% army strength.
ability, kind of.
Something like that.
I'd never seen a metric like it before, and I was like, man, this is fascinating.
And he breaks
it was
down,
so cool,
and it makes
really,
sense.
really well. Yeah,
because exactly that, like, you could be the best player in the world, or you know, like a very strong player versus a very new player, but you're running Imperial Guard and they're running Custodies at their height, or Harlequins right now, and you have so little opportunity to win because of the strength of army. I think that has now changed, almost made his metric irrelevant, because I think the strength of army has now been narrowed. Maybe not enough, but I think we're now, certainly all your power armor factions have definitely come up a huge amount. And
which, if you think about it, were the factions that are hurting the most recently. Like, I wouldn't have said that Dark Eldar or Admech were necessarily in a place that they were really suffering as such. I think they could still play. Yeah, sure, it was tough to play into some of the very hot armies, but now they've been nerfed.
Yeah.
Have they been nerfed to the level of Dark Eldar and Admech? Maybe. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I don't play them enough to know. I think potentially Custodes and Tau could have been.
Yeah.
But then you have these factions that were properly struggling. The Power Armor factions, the Sisters, the Death Guard, the T-Sons, the Space Marines, the Necrons. You know, I don't really necessarily think Necrons are in a massively great place right now, but all those Power Armor factions, they're being brought up. Are they brought up to the same level? I'm really not sure. I mean, to be honest, I think Thousand Sons and Death Guard are in a pretty top tier spot, you know, especially Death Guard getting OBSEC on their Terminator blobs. If I was a Death Guard player, I'd be like, yeah, I can play that Tau army. I can play those Custodes. I can do well. You know, Custodes lost their OBSEC. You just gained it. That's crazy. That's crazy. You can walk up with your Terminators and be like, I don't care that you're an Alaris Terminator. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out. Get out. You know, it doesn't matter. I don't care that you've got AP2. I've still got a 2 up save. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh my god, this is incredible.
I can't wait to see like how people adapt. Like, it's like you always say, like, change is good, you know. We got new problems to solve. Like, we have a lot of things to consider now. We have to, I don't know if we necessarily have to go back to the drawing board, but we need to start trying out things like Chaos Space Marines, Chosen now. Like, really, I know we've been on about Chosen for a while. Like, this is another point in their favor. This is so cool for them. It's a really good day, I think, for balance. It's a cool day for the meta. I mean, to be honest, like, this is actually a good job from GW.
Yeah, this after several months now of why the hell are we doing this? And I don't want to get into too much because I need to go very shortly, but they've done the right thing. This just seen a comment. GW did a great job, and there's been quite a lot of positivity talking about this. 100% agree. This is we've got to let the dust settle. We've got to see how the meta shakes out. I don't see anyone becoming broken out of this. I don't see anyone being nerfed into oblivion. I see this as a leveling, as giving
a balanced data slate. You might even say
balanced data slate. Yes.
I just think that, like, when I was talking to the guys about this in chat last night, I said, or maybe it was a couple of days ago, but basically this balanced data slate is going to determine how much enjoyment a lot of people get from the hobby this summer, and also what the attendance level is going to be like for a lot of big tournaments.
Yeah.
It was a massively important balance sheet.
Yeah.
And I think it's good.
I did a lot of, like, every day this week, I've been checking almost every GW post on Facebook and stuff, just reading the comments, like, just trying to get a hint as well as when this would drop. And almost every other comment is, where's the data slate? We need the data slate. People, you know, like Hellstorm made the community data slate, which, regardless of people's feelings on it, everyone has been doing stuff. Every, like, major YouTuber or personality in 40k has been saying we need the data slate, we need to fix the game. You can't be having 70% plus win rates, excluding mirror matches, going on for this long. You can't have 2 or 3 codexes that are the only ones worth playing for this long. Yes, there will always be power spikes and power creep and things, but it has got oppressive. Ever since Custody's dropped, in my opinion, the game has just, every change has been making it worse for everyone not playing one of the top armies. If you were playing Chaos Space Marines, Imperial Guard, regular Space Marines, you just knew, great, it's Tau again. Oh, great, Crusher Stampede, awesome. Tyranids, obviously getting their book. I think this does give everyone in the game, I can't think of a faction that isn't affected by this. Maybe there's some weird little thing that
I just think that because of like basically the fact that everyone plays a lot of these armies so much,
yeah,
them being taken down a peg is so significant. Like, it is really going to fundamentally change things for Tau and Custodes. I think them most of all. This has flipped the table for them and has forced them into some very interesting decisions. Now I just can't wait. I simply cannot wait to play some games. I'm for the first time in a little while, I'm really excited to throw some dice and see how things go.
Just quickly, King said in the chat, Demons presumably is about a faction that didn't get affected by this. Yeah, they didn't get directly affected, but they did get somewhat affected by the nerfs to Indirect Fire and stuff like that.
Disciples of Belacor are... The Disciples of Belacor into Tau, which was one of the only armies that could actually counter Tau.
Some work against them.
Now I think they can do serious work into Tau in a big way. I think Disciples of Belacor are...
You keep her secrets as well. Just anything that was worried about the barrage of Indirect Fire and Tau just hiding and using terrain to just not let you engage with them. At least with them and Custodies now. Yeah, I think anyone like Gene Stealer Colts didn't get a direct buff in this either, but I think the indirect or the debuffs to other factions gives a buff to them.
I don't necessarily think they need a buff as well. I think they are actually a very well-balanced codex. I know we haven't seen them much because the codexes that have come out as surrounding them are so powerful, but like I've played some GSC and they're hella fun to play against. They feel great to play against,
like what they should feel like. Just like
you're
got
just
an answer for everything.
Picking up guys left, right, and center. You're just mowing them down, but they're coming out of the sewers all around you. You're like, okay, fine, this is sick. I love it so much. I had a game the other day with my mate who was playing them, and my Lord Discordant was just mobbed by neophytes, but he still managed to live and cut through them. I was like, this is 40k. Like, this is what I want. You know, we were both like, yeah, it's just, look, it's fantastic, folks. This is a great balance. This has spiced things up in a big way. I cannot wait to see the results coming in out of this. It's actually going to take such a long time for this to settle. The meta is going to be shaken up for potentially more than 1 month, I think, before things actually kind of re-establish themselves.
Alright, I'm going to have to shut us down, man. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you for people who donated, gave us super chats. Great to see someone I went to school with, which is super weird, but hey, it's awesome. So yeah, I'm going to finish this off now. My daughter's opening the door, so apparently she needs something as well, and I've got to go to work. But this is great. Dara, thanks for jumping on and having a chat with me.
Happy to be here. Yeah, great
I hope
day.
everyone enjoyed the chat, and until next time, everyone, stay healthy, stay safe, and kill main burn.